So I was just cutting in everyone like the world's rudest person. I'm not. I'm the second rudest person. But
You are.
yeah. Thanks. Right, let's go with this. This is the Immaterial Gamers podcast. Hello again.
Hello.
World of crazy
Hello.
people. We are recording on the 28th of the 10th. That's the 28th of October for other people in the year of someone's Lord 2018. This is the weekend before Halloween, and coincidentally, this is podcast number 13.
Oh, God.
This was never planned.
It was planned.
No, it wasn't.
Ryan
It was-
plans everything. Ryan's like a planning freak.
I plan a lot of stuff, but this was not one of them. Jump scare! If anyone fell for that, they're idiots.
And do you know I just plan on randomly screaming at some point in this?
Just random, just jump scare. No.
Scream.
Don't.
Proper scream.
I prefer not.
I'll deafen you all, people.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Right, anyway, yeah, so let's introduce my partners in crime for this week. Just the two of them. But, from the land of the rising sun and a few thousand miles before it, it's Darius.
Hello, everyone.
And my good old other partner in crime, it's Stefan. It's Masamuni113. He's the guy who's named after someone from the land of the rising sun.
You can't say it was me until I'm proven guilty. I'm
Guilty
innocent.
you.
Guilty
you
as
are.
charged.
Oh,
Innocent. This isn't witch cart. Witch cart works the other way round. You're guilty until proven innocent.
yeah. Mm.
We're not witches.
Well, yeah. Well, like the Salem witch trials, we will just carry on as we do mean to go
See,
on.
you knew it was that.
Yeah. So, yeah, let's move on with our good old witch hunts involving our games we've been playing, or game we've been playing. We've got some nice little news, and because it's pretty much November, we've got some new releases, and maybe even a quick spot call question.
Wait, what?
Exactly. So,
Why do I feel like I've been pulled into this out of nowhere?
yes, from the demon portals from whence you came. Let's look at the games we've been playing, and I want to start with Stefan first.
Well, I have been playing the new Feed the Beast mod pack for Minecraft. The Sky
yes.
Adventure. Yeah. Sky Adventure. It's a bit like
Ooh.
Sky Factory or Sky Blocks, but it's now called Adventure.
Okay.
You now have a quest book.
Right, so for a person who might be not so versed in the Sky expansion universe from Minecraft, what do they generally consist of?
You'll start off with an island, normally a small thing, about 4x4, depending on what type you play, and it'll have one tree on it and a few starting items. Just hope you don't die anytime soon, because you're not getting your items back.
I see.
So from there, you have to expand your island, get new stuff. You make there's like all new ways of making everything. Like you can make dirt using leaves and saplings that you get off your tree.
Right.
But they add all new recipes in for things like you can now get. Well, in this one you can't get it, but in older ones you can get wooden shears. This one has one of my favourite mods in it called the Rooster mod, where there's loads of chickens that can give you resources. So right now I'm breeding a shitload of them. I have my newest one is a redstone chicken.
Excuse me, a redstone chicken.
Yep, it poops out redstone. I have one that poops out snowballs, one that poops out coal, slime, that's cocoa.
I'm concerned of the dietary requirements for these chickens.
They eat seeds. They only eat seeds.
So they eat seeds, but then they manage to perform some sort of weird batshit nuclear fusion process.
It's called alchemy.
Alchemy.
Yeah.
Alchemy is turning iron into gold.
Well,
What you're doing there is Frankensteinian.
What they're doing here is turning seeds into wherever they are.
Yeah, so they are fusion reactors
Yeah.
in rock form.
Well, one of my newest ones is a string chicken. It looks like a spider, and it poops out string.
Are you sure it's not just a spider?
No, it's a chicken. I have a snowman chicken too that poops out snowballs.
Wow. Okay. That's a lot to digest.
Process.
But yeah. How is the weird, island of Skull?
Well, the island of Skull. Why is it a skull?
I don't know. I was trying to do a King Kong reference and just kind of my brain
Skull Island.
farted in between.
Fair enough. Well, in this one, it starts off with a bit more of a interesting thing because with your quests, you've got hidden items that are already on your island.
Right. Okay.
So, a lot of it you do have to find the hidden items, or you're not gonna get anywhere. And right now, our island's covered in chickens because I'm not killing them. I'm just releasing them to the wild when I do not need them.
Okay.
Our island is not big. So chickens are everywhere.
And you've been playing this with others, yeah?
Yeah, I've been playing with Terry, Dana, and I think that's it so far. I think no one else has been on yet.
Right.
It is on one of our servers. That's set up.
Okay. And who had the first death?
Oh, Adam's been on. Adam had the first death, but I killed him.
There
And
we go.
then I killed Terry twice. I've died twice. We've pushed. I think Danny's walked off the edge twice. So Danny's had the first accidental death. Everyone else has either been killed by someone else or we've been messing around trying to kill each other.
So
Okay.
it's trying to say you guys are evil.
Who's evil?
You.
All of yous.
I've only died by the hands of Terror.
Terry,
Terry's.
the lawful evil type.
Hey, lawful evil. Hey.
No, Steph, you're chaotic evil.
Actually, but you say awful evil, and yet I've been playing another game where I've been playing an evil overlord.
Oh?
Yeah, Dungeons 3.
Ah, yes. Yes, part of the genre now of dungeon building games.
Yes, and I have to admit, it's one of the... I've enjoyed this more than any other game that's tried doing it since Dungeon Keepers.
Is it the one where you're sending your forces to the upper worlds to conquer
Yes.
things? Yeah, play that too.
I've played 1 and 2. 1 wasn't that good, 2 got better, 3's got a lot better.
Okay.
I'm not sure if 1 and 2 had it, but I know 3's now got a co-op part of it all, so I wouldn't mind trying that out with someone at some point.
We'll have to give that a shot at some point.
But there's quotes from almost anything in it. And they even take the piss out of it, go, no, we can't do more quotes about this, we've been sued before. And this would be the guy who's like the voiceover for it all.
Oh, when you're self-aware about your own pop culture references to the point where you feel you may get sued, that's just hilarious.
The bit that's baffled me, I went on it one day at midnight because I finished work late, got home late. Thought I'll go on it for a few hours. As soon as it came up at midnight, they say something at the beginning. It's like the Dark Lord has returned. What a great time! He turned around and went, "Midnight, the greatest time for the Lord to return."
Oh God!
Yeah,
it
they
knows
have some sort of small things in this game which makes you, come back every now and then just to hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, that is awesome.
And
I like when stuff does that. I mean, that's taking like the weird system clock thing to a new level. I remember something from as simple as like Metropolis Street Racer, where it was on the Dreamcast, and the time of day of the races was based on your system clock. So, say you were it raced in 3 places, which was like San Francisco, Tokyo, and London. So in London, the time of day would match where you are in London at the time. But then it would then do San Francisco and Tokyo, also based on that system clock where your time zone was. So if you sat there and played, say you played it in the early morning, it would be evening in Tokyo. So every race you'd be doing at the time would be in the sunset.
I never knew that.
Yeah. So that happened, and then there's the infamous one of like messing with the system clock, which was in Metal Gear Solid 3, and The End. That was the name of the boss. Very old man sniper who would be sitting there and trying to take your head off if you showed your face too much. But you could mess with the system clock of the game and kill the boss because of it.
Isn't there a few other games where where it kind of makes you have to mess with your like inner computer timing?
Yeah, even Ratchet and Clank did it.
Isn't there a game that's like come back in 50 years? That's an achievement.
I think so, yeah. There's something like that.
In that
Animal Crossing
instance,
punishes you for doing it.
yeah.
In
Sure.
Batman Arkham Asylum, I think that was. There is a quest from the Calendar Man, who is giving you a riddle. You have to decipher the riddle and turn on the game on specific days through the year.
Oh, that'd be a bit annoying.
Well,
I'd forget about that. I'd so forget about that and just never do it.
You can you can still play with the clock to make it happen, but still,
I think it's the achievement I'm actually thinking about. I'm sure it's something with Stan Lee. The Stanley Universe thing. What it's called? We've played it, Ryan. I know that.
Have
Check
we?
the library. Yeah.
What type of game was it?
It was like a first-person puzzle game, and it was like Escape the Building.
The
The Stanley,
the Stanley Parable.
yeah, the achievement in that is to come back in like a certain time after a certain amount of years.
Okay, yeah, I remember now. But yeah, there's other stuff as well, like in the very first Ratchet and Clank, in the Metropolis level, there was a little portal that just never activated, but it was facing a giant tower with a clock on it, and basically it was a hidden portal for those who understood the game company, that being Insomniac or lack of sleep. So if you set your system clock to like 3 a.m. and got to that portal, you would then enter like a dev secret level where they'd show you how they did all the puzzles of the game.
Nice.
It sounded a lot more exciting to me when I was saying it. But yeah. Anyway, Darius,
Yes.
we've been playing.
What I've been playing,
Yeah.
apart with drinks last night.
The drinking game.
Well, I've been playing, for example, Soulcalibur 6.
Yes.
I believe that's the name.
Yeah.
It was quite odd.
Oh.
Oh. Because I'm more used to like more sort of combat style of fighting, where when you're pushing backwards, you're blocking.
Yes.
And
So, yeah, because that's the thing with Soulcalibur is there is a specific button for the blockings.
So, I was playing this game with my friend,
Mhm.
and he literally kicked my ass.
What was he running? What was the big one that character that kicked your ass?
I have every single one of them.
Oh.
So he just had a better understanding of the game than you.
Well, he's been playing that before than me, isn't it? But still, I think the final score was 2-8. I win 2 battles and lost 8.
Ouch.
But still, I had a really great laugh when we were picking, random characters.
Mhm.
And both of us were playing that stupid character who doesn't have bones. Forgot his name already. He literally can walk backwards as in forward.
Not Voldo by any chance, is it?
I think it might be.
One with his very sexually suggested moveset.
Yes, that's the one.
That's Voldo.
Yeah, so that made me laugh for longer than I expected. I think like 10 minutes. So yeah, screw the fight, put the controller down and just laugh at it.
Oh yes, I mean it is just great with Soulcalibur and its stuff. I don't know if I mentioned last week about the right. So basically, with games with character creation, there's a formula now that I now want to call the time to dick ratio.
Yeah.
Oh, we were mentioning this last night, weren't we?
Yes, we definitely were mentioning it last night while we were at the Immaterial Gamers meetup. Yeah, the idea of this is basically it's the time to take for someone to bypass content filters and to basically add the biggest dong in a video game. And it was very quick with Soulcalibur. It was about 90 minutes before someone had made a lizard man with lizard dick. And used Voldo's moveset.
Oh.
So yeah, immediately arches over, starts crab humping the top of the screen. His opponent is like wondering what the hell is going on here, and then we don't see it. That's probably going to get filtered out at some point, as it should.
If it's not already has.
I think
Yeah,
they already patched that.
Yeah, they probably have, but yeah, no more lizard dick. But yeah, Voldo is he's too easy of a character to do that. But yeah, fine.
But yeah,
As you can hear, that's Ryan's disappointment of it probably being removed already.
No. Anyway.
yeah, one of the games which I won was by playing Geralt.
Oh yes.
So yeah, that's one I won.
Nice. Good old Geralt. It's nice to see that they're doing some of the DLC with Soulcalibur is actually introducing more guest characters.
Yes.
They announced, like at the end of the week, that they are adding the character of 2B from Nier Automata and her floaty swords.
Oh, my
She's the next character of the season pass. So yeah, if they can get more guest characters like that, that would be actually cool. Though I would actually, here's my spot call question while you're here. If you could have a guest character from any game so far that has not already been introduced in Soulcalibur, who would you have?
Is this for serious or just to see if you get the most laugh from it?
No, this is for serious. Who would you have? So just to give you the idea, guest characters that have already been in here are Spawn, Yoda, Darth Vader, Starkiller / The Apprentice, Link, Geralt, and Heihachi from Tekken. I think there might be a couple that have missed, but they're generally all the guest characters.
The brothers from they're in I forgot their names. The Fire games.
No, that was Smash Brothers.
Oh, was that the Smash Brothers? I thought.
Yeah, that's part of Smash Brothers Melee. But yeah, on that same vein though, speaking of Nintendo, they did have one other character, and that was Lloyd from Tales of Symphonia.
Did they?
Yes.
Oh, I did not know that. I like that game.
In the Wii U, the Wii exclusive.
Yeah, no wonder.
He was one of the playable characters in it. But yeah, apart from them, who would you like to see in the Soulcalibur game?
Well, I already have Witcher, Geralt.
Yeah.
But thematically speaking, for fighting game, I think Dante from Devil May Cry might be great.
Oh.
Yeah, that might be actually good.
Yeah, I guess on the same sort of vein as like Dante or Nero.
Yeah.
Because they both got weapon sets. Dante could sit there and kind of his one would be a sort of combination of Cervantes and Siegfried. From there, whereas Nero, sort of gauntlets as a weapon would work. Steph?
Hold on, I'm just searching up a name because I can't remember it. I still don't know it. Do you know the anime Black Butler?
I know of it.
I'd want the guy who's the Black Butler. I can't remember his name.
Okay, what would his weapon set be at that point then?
Well, he doesn't really use weapons. He's a hand-to-hand combat.
Okay, so he'd be filling the Heihachi sort of role then.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's also good at mimicking stuff as well, so he could always do something like the logs and that used to do in them. Was that?
Yeah.
No, that was in Thingy, wasn't it? Tekken Tag.
Sort of ninja-y sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we can easily think about dozens of characters. For example, I've got another one. Tifa Lockhart from Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, I guess another hand-to-hand user.
Yeah. Well, and basically any kind of Final Fantasy character which is fighting type, not the spellcaster, will fit in that kind of purpose, isn't it?
Sebastian.
point-
That's his name. Sebastian.
Sebastian. Okay.
And
Well, on that vein, on the I'm semi-serious on it. My serious one, I probably would go Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII.
Hmm.
My semi-serious one, Waka.
what has Seth's been in something? What has he been in?
Definitely. Has he ended up in Smash?
No, I don't think he was in Smash.
Because I know Cloud has ended up in Smash, and we've got to go and sort of go this from fan remakes of fighting games as well. We've got to sort of step off on that, because Sephiroth will have been in every fan remade fighting game known. It'll just happen, but I'm not really sure where he's guested in. Maybe PlayStation Battle All Stars Royal. That
maybe.
game. Ugh. I still shudder. Yeah, but Waka.
Yeah, they did try though. It was something they did try to go against Smash Bros.
Yeah, but it didn't work.
Yeah,
It didn't work at all.
at all.
But yeah, I'm still saying it. Waka. Just blitzball techniques.
I'm
Come
trying to find
on,
out who
you-
Waka is.
You can see it. Waka from Final Fantasy X. Brother. Always help the main character out. Blitzball player. Collapses halfway through every single match.
Oh, the ginger.
Yeah, the ginger-haired dark-skinned man.
Yeah, I know who you're on about now.
Yeah. Blitzball techniques in Soulcalibur.
That'd be pretty funny actually.
Just constantly, kicking people with this elastic blitzball. You'd have that. Yeah. So yeah, that sort of distraction aside, that was the spot call question I wasn't intending to ask, but it just came up. So
Yeah.
So we may have another. Oh God, why is this time? Go away.
yeah. Oh, hello. That's an autoplay video there.
No, I was getting rid of tabs off my thing, and it went to a Netflix page, and it was like, "This is what you're missing," and it's like, "No, I'm not."
No, leave me alone. Okay, so far we've had Minecraft and Dungeons. We've had Soulcalibur and anything else?
Board games.
Board games.
Board games.
Ooh, come on, what board games? Don't leave us hanging.
Hey, well, we're still trying to go on this, like, 1.5-ish games we played, but yeah, don't leave us hanging, board game.
Well, I was playing the Pandemic Legacy.
Oh, yes. What month of Pandemic Legacy are you playing at the moment?
June or July, I'm not sure right now.
And this is Season 1, I'm going to
Yes,
guess.
yes, it is Season
Mhm.
1. I've been having this game for like 2 years, cannot finish it. It's like I could finish it if you have two players, you still can play it. However, I'm trying always save it when you have the full party, which is 4 players,
Yeah.
because that's when it's more fun and most shit happens basically.
Mhm. But so how goes the virus eradication?
Well, so far it's not too bad. I don't have. That's like kind of half through the campaign. I don't have any fallen cities.
Okay.
The spoilers are alerts. Green guys start appearing,
Oh.
but they are not really like spreading much because, I think I've played only 1 month, which is 1 game basically, with the green guys. And luckily, I was able to kind of finish the game before shit happened.
Ah, right.
So it was literally a quick game. I think it took me maybe 5-6 turns to finish it off.
Oh, good.
So that was really lucky. So that gave
Yeah.
me a step ahead for the next game because I don't have many green guards on the green stickers on the board.
Very good.
Yeah,
Good. See, legacy games are always something I've wanted to try, but the idea of spending X pounds, £40, £50 on a game that has a lifespan.
Yes, I get you. However, you can always play a basic Pandemic.
Yeah. Oh, I've got basic Pandemic.
You can always just ignore the stickers on the board. Ignore any stickers basically, because you're not only having the stickers on the board, but also on the cards. You can add them later on.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just ignoring those, and you just keep playing as normal. So for me to add 20 odd quid for having a full blast campaign on top of it, that was worth it because I already played. Well, to be honest, I played the Pandemic Legacy before with friends, and yeah, I want my own copy.
Fair enough. I mean, I say this, I'm awkward with the idea of a legacy game. There is one legacy game that I feel may break me off that opinion, and that is Betrayal at House on the Hill Legacy.
Okay, what is this about?
So, Betrayal on House on the Hill is a co-op. Well, initially cooperative exploration game that turns into an asymmetrical competitive game. So you're a bunch of characters, you explore a haunted house. Then something inside the house triggers, and what was an ally is now your enemy, and you have to solve a situation based on a random generation of stuff and a scenario that comes in a book. You both have your own objectives, the survivors and the traitor. And then use either work together or whatever to try and beat said traitor, or the traitor destroys you all. The way that works is a combination on cards that you draw, items that you pick up, and the room that you were in when it started. So, yeah, that's what happens. So in the legacy version is going to interest me because of the fact that generally with Betrayal House on the Hill, the tiles that you use to explore the house are random. But the problem with Legacy is that stuff that you add is normally permanent.
Yes.
So I'm interested to see how that works, how they're going to do the Legacy aspect. I may look it up and just see how that is. But yeah. We pause for a second while Ryan just quickly checks with typing. And see, so it's called Betrayal Legacy. So I don't know how they're going to do this. Okay. Betrayal Legacy consists of a prologue and 13-chapter story that takes place over decades. So if characters survive in the game, they will grow older.
Ooh.
If they fail, they'll have descendants with different sort of stats that will show up over the story.
Okay.
So that's how it works for that one. So I am looking forward to that, and because it's being done by Wizards of the Coast and Avalon Hill, who made the original game, that'll be very, very interesting. So I'll keep an eye on that. Wizards of the Coast, of course, they took over because they've done they've done their Dungeons and Dragons version of Betrayal, which is Betrayal at Baldur's Gate. So it's the same concept, but in the D&D universe. So, yeah, but we digress. We try and keep our legacy going and adding permanent marks on our podcasts by probably moving on to the very quick what I've been playing.
Yep, go on.
So what have you been playing, Ryan?
Well, I've been playing Soulcalibur. I've been playing Maple Story. But what I want to talk about today is my going back to playing Payday 2. In a feature I call, What the hell has happened to the batshit story of that game?
I have no idea. I know bits from what you were telling me the other day, but that was it.
Yeah. So generally, everyone knows, or people will probably know, with the Payday games, it was a simple concept. You are a group of hired heisters who are doing jobs on behalf of a handler by the name of Bane, and you robbed banks, you robbed shops, you basically robbed a lot of stuff.
ATMs, my favourite.
Yeah. They then did a sequel, Payday 2, where not only were you working for Bane, but you had contractors, various people with their own goals and agendas. So you started off with a Russian guy called Vlad, and his stuff was robbing, really, really petty crimes, like robbing a couple of stores, smashing up a mall, robbing a nightclub, stuff like that. Generally dealing with other Russians that he was unhappy with. And then it escalated. You had a guy called Hector, who you were trying to basically start his drug cartel up and messing with the FBI. And then things took a little bit of a turn. There was an event where one of the original characters, Hoxton, was captured between games. And you break him out, and you find out that he's been betrayed by someone. You go down later on, you find out it's the guy who you've been doing the contracts for in the first place, Hector. And then it gets even weirder because the guy who gave you that information, called the dentist, did a favour. It was like, I've got the information on your friend, you break him out and then you do something for me. Where you rob a casino. So you rob this casino and you're not there for money, you're not there for chips or a roulette table or anything like that. You go there and you rob a box. It's an Illuminati box. You wonder what the hell it is. You give it to him and you never see him again. But recently, the recent missions have thrown this massive Illuminati-style conspiracy into a game about robbing banks.
Okay, yeah, I need to get back into this.
Yeah, it's now all pieced together because that box meant nothing. And now, like over the past few months and the past few events, you realise that there's actually this shadowy, below government conspiracy called like Kataru or something like that. Not Kataru, something along those lines, which are basically an Illuminati that have seeded themselves in the government. And there is currently an event, and this is the reason why I'm playing again, called Breaking News. So it's following this news reporter as she finds information that, you know, these bank robberies that have been done by these clown guys is actually part of a bigger thing, like a much bigger thing. And we played the first of the what looks to be 3 heists coming out over the next week, where you had to break out Bane, the contractor who initially, you know, who you were working with, who gets kidnapped. And the thing about that is that's major for the game franchise because over 2 games you have never seen Bane. You don't know what he looks like, to a point. You partially know what he sounds like because he's through a voice filter, and anyone who normally sees him ends up dead. And you have to break this guy out of a prison. You break him out, he looks at you, he says, "Did I win?" Collapses to the floor. You then have to do some weird timed mission where you have to rescue him and you do stuff like that. And now there's like the talking about, oh, he's now got some virus and we don't know how to solve it. And they've done an event with this. When people have played the heist for the first time, they've triggered some people to get an achievement called Virus.
I remember you talking about this yesterday.
Yeah, I like these sort of achievements in games, especially if they then follow it up with something. So you get the achievement called Virus, and it is basically playing the same heist with someone who also has this, or who had this achievement. So you're now spreading a virus, because every other game that you're playing now, you're going to give people this achievement. Now, with the fact that this is also coinciding with a Halloween event, and they haven't released a Halloween map yet, they normally do, but they've just been updating the old one recently. I like the fact that they're coinciding the main story of this, which is now ends with you at the Capitol building in Washington DC, or the White House, no one quite knows yet. But yeah, this was a game that just started off as a game about robbing banks, and it's now about trying to save the world from bioterrorists? Question mark? It's bizarre, and it goes even further because it might be cross-promotion, because Overkill, the people who made the game, have their Walking Dead game come out next week or the week after.
Really, they do, don't they?
Yeah, Overkill's The Walking Dead. I got back into Payday because they're really beefing up the storyline a little bit, which is weird considering it never used to have one. But I'd love to. The one thing I want to know, Overkill, just one request before you end up stopping support for Payday. Could you do a 7-day heist, please? That's all I ask. Just one. I know it might not work, it might not do any sort of storyline, but it'd be nice. Just so you could use that day 1 to day 7 that they have in the top right corner that they never really get past day 3 on.
Yeah, you never do get past day 3, do you, on that?
No.
I remember that.
No. There was one mission where they changed that, and that was the Reservoir Dogs heist, where you started on day 2 and ended on day 1.
Wasn't there one where you got to day 4?
No. The 3 is the furthest they've ever been. But then multi-day heists they've just ended up doing in the crime spree mode and stuff like that. But yeah, so that was my game, and with us at a long time into the recording, I think we best move on for some news, aren't we?
I think we better.
Okay, quick news. Here we go. Let's try and see if we can be quicker than what we normally do. First of all, who likes Devil May Cry?
I say I like it, but I've not really played enough of it to say I like it.
Okay.
I played like 1 or 2 versions of it, and it was like, yeah, I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
I've completed 3rd and 4th one.
Cool. Who liked DMC?
I didn't play it. I've not played it yet. I am planning on it though.
Yeah. No, Capcom didn't because they released the release in Devil May Cry 5 and kind of ignoring DMC, even though it was done by Ninja Theory and it was a good game, but they're just ignoring it. But yeah, so they're bringing it out and they've got special editions because video games and special editions. But Japan have got some weird ones. They've got they've got 3 fairly expensive ultra limited edition bundles.
Oh, is this the one that was costing like it was like $1,000 or something?
Oh, and the rest.
I
They're
remember
most
reading
expensive.
this a few weeks ago. Well,
Yeah.
I say a few weeks, a few days.
Yeah, so this has come off GameSpot, but they're quoting Kotaku, so Sourceception. Yeah, the ultra limited edition contains the game, interchangeable box art, and Dante's leather jacket, stylized off what the character's motion actor wore for the game, apparently, according to this article. Yeah, 6,631 quid, or $8,600 or 972,000 yen.
But you're basically buying that just for a jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the rest of the game, I'm assuming, is all the same.
Yeah, but that's like a £6,500 jacket.
Well,
Because the game's only going to be like 60.
Yeah.
So, you know. But if you're on a budget, and say you can't get Dante's jacket, you can end up with Nero's for the low price of £5,533.
That definitely sounds more affordable.
Oh yes, affordable. Yeah, so that's $7,176 or 810,000 yen. Or if you still need to go for the really cheap one, you can get the new character V, and they have a jacket, and that one's at £4,427.
Has anyone bought this?
I don't know, but it's Japan because they're all exclusively in Japan.
Oh, thank God for that.
So yeah, there will be people. They will buy them. You know it. I know it. It's Japan. They're very big on franchises and pop culture. So it will happen. For us though, we can get a deluxe edition,
Yay, we get a stick.
which contains some digital stuff.
And a stick.
Yeah. So yeah, but that comes out in March next year. But they're selling that. My God, it's just the thought of spending that much on. It's not even the game, like you say. It's basically you're spending money on a jacket.
yeah, buying a jacket with a game.
Yeah.
Which
yeah.
you could probably buy a jacket similar to it and the game cheaper at any other like 2 other separate shops.
Yeah, you could, and I could just buy just a whole load of I could buy like about 10 years worth of wardrobe for that.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
I hope that jacket's gonna last you for fucking forever.
Oh, I'd hope so. I'd feel sorry for the poor schmuck that buys Dante's jacket and gets it caught in a lift.
But you know for a fact, a lot of people, the people that do buy it, will not wear it. It will be in a glass container, hidden in one of their rooms.
To be then used in a heist from the Payday crew.
Yeah.
Because
Because the Illuminati needs it to do something.
yeah, it's called Devil Will Cry, the name of the mission, and it involves the Payday 2 crew robbing Capcom's offices in order to get a good deal on their video games.
Well, they're going to be there a very long time.
Yeah. Oh man. Right, so let's move on, and I don't know how I could possibly segue into this one, so I'm just not going to bother. Who likes Half-Life?
I've never played Half-Life, you know.
Oh, interesting.
I don't think I have anyway.
Old first-person video game where you had to take on aliens inside a scientific base in the middle of the desert somewhere, called Gordon Freeman.
Yeah, I never played any of the Half-Life games.
Wow.
Is it?
Okay.
Was it the guy with the? What was it? Not the stick.
The guy with the crowbar.
Yeah.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, I think I've played it. I never completed it though.
Ah, okay. And who likes Spyro?
Not a big fan.
Oh, okay. But what if we could say there is a way where you could play a level of Half-Life as Spyro?
It's kind of just mixed two things that I've never
I'm-
played Half-Life, and Spyro entertains me more as a Skylander than he does his own separate thing. So.
But okay. Well, still, it's a weird idea that someone has made a mod called Half-Life Year with the Dragon, where you can play as Spyro in the events of Half-Life.
There's an actual video. This only came up a day ago, 7 hours ago.
Yeah.
Articles.
But yeah, you can play as a little purple dragon and kill all the aliens in one hit with your fire breath, charge through boxes to get little green gems, and still not help out all the scientists in the area who still get dragged through vents. But yeah, it's a proof of concept really. To be honest, though, it's just a you can play one level, the office complex, which is about a third of the way through the game. And yeah, but you can do it. The concerning one that I've got on this is the name of the modder. It's called Magic Nipples.
What's the concern with Magic Nipples?
Concerns the mod name or the modder name. It's just it's great. We've managed to make some, we've managed to make a great conversion. We've managed to mix in, everyone's favourite first-person shooter and everyone's third favourite platformer of the PlayStation era, and put them together. Okay, cool. Right, can we speak to the person? Yeah, okay. Yeah, hi, my name's Magic Nipples.
But I doubt his name's that. It's more of his fucking.
Nickname.
I know it's his
online
handle
figure,
name. It's his handle name, but like the esports community, you're known by your handle, not by your name. Mr. Magic Nipples, thank you for joining me today. I'd like to sort of know
Sit down in an
how
office.
this game-
We're suing you, Mr. Magic Nipples.
Yeah, I see you, Mr. Nippleman. But yeah, that's available.
What
You
you
can just-
don't know, well, as he sat there, he's there twirling his body and his things attached to his nipples going
Oh
round.
God,
and
he's got pie cases.
He's got
pasties.
nipple ties. Nipple ties.
Yeah.
Whee!
Yeah, this podcast went a bit mental very quickly. Yeah.
Well, the
So-
best bit
so-
is still ahead.
And then you don't know, this might be a woman who does do lap dances and that on the side to make more money.
Da, 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 da. Yeah, so that's available. It'll be in ModDB and all those places. Of
No,
course,
that's
all that's
average.
required is that you have Half-Life, and yeah, you can play Spyro in Half-Life. But
Just
you know.
don't forget the magic nipples.
yes, Magic Nipples. Speaking of magic and and stuff and miracles, we've got the last piece of news, and this is the news, and I cannot believe I'm saying this.
I'm not singing it, I refuse.
So, we know about Pokemon Go. Have you ever thought while playing Pokemon Go, no, I need to be educated in the Catholic faith?
No.
No? Well, this game is not for you.
Can I get... Can other religions do this? I'd rather use theirs, just because I know less of their religions.
Yeah, well, we can only discuss the one that we've got in the news piece that we've got, and that is that a Catholic church group has launched a game or a clone of Pokemon Go. It's called Follow JC Go, and it's basically
Oh, maybe
it does
maybe you can explain what JC stands for.
well, I think with a Catholic church group we know, but it's Follow Jacques Cousteau. No, it's Follow Jesus Christ Go. Or JC Go, and has you, like in Pokemon, you going down roads and paths and stuff like that, but you track down biblical figures
I really don't
to
see
follow
much of an issue.
to follow
for
the
that.
path of Jesus Christ, superstar.
So can you kind of catch those biblical figures?
I'd be a bit weird. What do? You can't throw Pokeballs at them. I'm not downloading it on my phone. I'm not trying it.
Are you sure you don't want it?
Yeah, I'm sure. To each their
Get
own.
it, Ryan. Get it, Ryan. Get it.
No, to each their own, but not me.
Why not? What's wrong with
No.
you?
I'm good. But this is a quote, though. This is a real quote from this article from Kotaku. And the other article was from PC Gamer, by the way, just to keep my sources going. That's going to be a running joke. Yeah, so this is a quote from Ricardo Gzona, the executive director of the Foundation Ramon Pani. Everything today, languages and relations among young people, go through smartphones. We wanted to be there and propose to them an educational video game that is religious and interactive, and which they can form evangelization teams. Evangelization teams.
Are we talking crusades here or what?
I don't know. We started. Are we going to be starting another almost successful crusade?
I don't know. Are we looking for the golden apples again?
50 people walking down the street, just like, dear God, don't give the Westboro Baptist Church this. My God.
There in Jerusalem. We're on a quest.
You all must burn. But to do that, we must catch Moses first.
Oh, I wonder if they'll have what's his name, the one who betrayed Jesus.
Judas.
Yeah, would Judas be on it? Would he be like the arch enemy in this?
No, he'd be.
You have to find him and forgive him.
Gee, no.
Well, instead of throwing Pokeballs, you will have to pray.
No, instead of throwing Pokeballs, you're baptizing children.
You feed fish.
Fish. to thousands of people.
Communion wine, biscuits. Remember, microtransactions will be available. But yeah. So
I can see a special event on, for example,
on Easter.
On
Jesus
Easter
rises.
time. In the churches.
Oh man.
I can
And
see
for
that
Christmas.
happening.
Christmas,
Oh,
you have to follow the star on the app to find Jesus.
Okay, right, yeah. So before we insult religion, much more, here's my second spot call.
Go on.
You get to make a Go game. What do you do
Okay.
it of? Go.
Fairy Tale.
Fairy Tale Go. Is this Fairy Tale the anime
Yeah.
or Fairy Tale like
the anime.
Hans Christian Andersen
Anime.
anime?
Because
Okay.
you could have the places as different guilds.
Yeah.
And your friends could be in the same guild as you, and you all like have the buildings. I think right now the biggest ones are Pegasus,
Mhm.
Fairy Tale itself, Sabretooth.
Okay.
I think they're the three biggest ones that are known at the minute from Fairy Tale. There is more.
Okay. Fair enough. Darius,
Mhm.
you can make your own Go.
If I would make my own Go, I would make it Pac-Man-ish.
Pac-Man Go!
Yes.
As you walk along, all you hear is
That's the thing. I could see this specifically. You could make this multiplayer.
Yeah.
Randomly assign people
I
as
think
Pac-Man
I think
and
it's-
Ghost.
I think there was already a game like that.
Just imagine the hundreds of people chasing this one person down the fucking road. Ah!
Oh, sorry, go on, Darius.
I'm Pac-Man!
Oh man.
And then and then you see this, then all of a sudden this one person turns around and all the other people run away. Because he's got the orb to go, and they're all going, no.
Oh man.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
You know what I'd make? Euro Truck Simulator Go.
Ah, that would work.
You know, you're just there, you're using the AR maps, but it's also connected to traffic light data. So if you're, so even though you're going to be on the paths, if you run a red light, that's a fine.
Oh.
You know, end up on the wrong side of the road, even though you're on the pavement, fine.
Mm.
It'd be a short-lived game. I'll have to admit.
Yeah, I have to admit, I think people lose interest in that pretty quick.
Yeah, but you know, at least you get to roam the world.
And I just want to use magic. Buggy you are.
Yeah, and Darius wants to go waka 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 bring. So Yeah. So let's wrap this up by quickly going through the video game releases of the month of November. I will try and be very quick on this. So,
Nothing's coming out.
Thursday, November the 1st, The Quiet Man. We talked about that one last week.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't
Yeah.
around last week.
You weren't around. Yeah, but it's a game where you play as a deaf man, but from the point of view
Are
of
you
the deaf
trying
man.
to say, Stefan, you're not listening to the podcast on which you are not in?
I barely
That's
listen to the
just
ones I'm in.
evil.
I understand. No, not many people usually listen to what they create.
I don't
I
like
get
my voice.
Yeah,
It
but you...
sounds whingy and annoying. I don't know how you bear with it.
I get it. I get it when you are on the podcast, but not when you are not on the podcast.
Ooh.
Why does it keep
And-
saying you're sounding like you're saying instead of podcast, you're saying postcard?
You're saying podcast.
To me, it sounds like postcard.
Don't be cruel. Alright. Anyway, we still continue on. So, The Quiet Man. Yeah, game where you play as a deaf man. So therefore you don't hear anything in the game.
And wait until we get one where we play as a blind man.
There already is.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's not one where you play as a blind man, but there is a game where you play as a blind woman. It's a horror game, with the idea that you walk around like an abandoned house, and in order to actually sense where stuff is, it kind of plays like very Daredevil-like in the sense. She uses her cane to tap on the floor, and that does sonar around the sort of the thing. But if you're not tapping, you're not seeing. So it does play on that game. There are other stuff like there's like audio only video games as well, but there's plenty of them. But yeah, none of them coming out on the Thursday, the 1st of November. So we got that. The Switch is getting Transistor.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh,
Is
I don't
it
know.
the one from the makers of Bastion?
It is indeed.
Yeah.
I didn't even play Bastion, so
Oh, you're missing out.
I think
a
I've
lot.
got it. But I've never played it. I've got
Yeah.
loads of games I've never played.
I'll say yeah, the Supergiant games are good. Even in ones where I couldn't quite get into, they were good. I mean, I loved the hell out of Bastion, and it's the way that they did the narrative style. Same with Transistor. Pyre was okay for me. It's a good game, good concept. I just didn't quite.
Yeah. I
Didn't
didn't.
quite.
It wasn't like enjoyable as the other ones.
Yeah, but that's not to say it wasn't a good game.
Oh, still decent game, but yeah.
Yeah, just wasn't for us. So, yeah, but you should try them. Definitely Bastion. It's a really good game. Let's move on. The Switch peoples finally get Diablo 3.
Hey.
So they get that. And that's on the Friday, the 2nd of November. Also, some cheap title for the Switch, like really like fourth party title called Swap This. But then they also, this is a big one. In Japan, there is a series of video games, rhythm games called Taiko no Tatsujin. Basically taiko drums.
Okay.
They're coming over to Europe and America. So we've got Taiko no Tatsujin Drum and Fun for the Switch, but PlayStation 4 users will get Taiko no Tatsujin Drum Session. Now, whether they actually come with little taiko drums is a different story altogether, but they're all coming out next Friday as well. We've got Moonlighter coming out on Monday the 5th, and Skytime. These are all for the Switch. There's a lot of Switch stuff coming out.
The Switch has nothing at the minute. That's probably the reason why.
Yeah, but they're getting a lot of their... This is the third party near Christmas time sort of stuff that they're getting. Brawlhalla, Tuesday the 6th of November, along with Carnival Games. Again, all Switch and also Xbox One. We've got a game called Grip.
Get the grip.
It's a weird anti-grav racing game from the looks of the image. Coming out on all consoles on Tuesday, the November the 6th.
I was about to say, don't just give us a day of the week. That's not helpful.
Overkill's The Walking Dead, we discussed that earlier, Tuesday, November the 6th.
Yay, so much coming out on my birthday.
Yeah, along with Omen of Sorrow for
What's that about?
PlayStation 4, and The Shape-Shifting Detective for Switch.
I'm starting to wish I had a Switch.
Yeah. I don't know if this one's still going to happen, but The Walking Dead, the final season pass disc comes out on that same Tuesday, or that same November the 6th. and World of Final Fantasy Maxima, which had the snarkiest patch note I've ever seen. Just as a brief aside, they had a patch note that said, you can skip cutscenes by pushing this button. But then they added on to that, of this snarky patch note, it's like, please go ahead and use this skip button so you can skip the animations that our hardworking people did.
I'll skip it. I'll skip it. Skip it all day long.
Sass. Just
Bugger
some
them.
sass.
Trying to sass me. I'll make you wish you weren't born.
Yeah. We've got Doodle God Crime City coming out for the Xbox One on Wednesday the 7th of November. Doodle God. That was the game where you just mix stuff until stuff worked. It was a literal game of throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks.
And you still do that now, right?
No, I don't. Anyway, yeah, we still keep going. Holy Potatoes: A Spy Story. That's the third game from the Potatoes series of games, like Holy Potatoes: A Weapon Shop, or Holy Potatoes: A Space Story.
Holy Potato, Batman.
Holy Potatoes in Space, I think it was called. Battlezone Gold Edition, Thursday the 8th of November, for the Switch, along with the adventure games Siberia 1 and 2, also on Thursday the 8th of November. Valiant Hearts: The Great War, the most depressing Ubisoft game I have ever known. That's the one where you play as an injured soldier and his dog during World War One. It's very depressing. That comes out on the Thursday the 8th of November. Hitman 2 Gold Edition on the Friday, November the 9th. Wow.
Quite a lot of.
Yeah, that's so far. That's the first couple of weeks of November. Now we go into the game that I want, for very specific reasons. Tetris Effect comes out on Friday the 9th of November. No, it's two loves at the same time. Who has played anything from a company called Q Entertainment?
Oh God, no.
Oh wow, okay. Didn't realise it was that much of a trigger for you. They made Rez, Child of Eden, Lumines.
Oh, Luminous.
Yeah. So the puzzle games, these games where they use music as something to go on while you're playing the game.
Yeah, you like games like that.
Yeah. They got the Tetris license under Enhanced Studios. The founder of Q Entertainment then moved on and made Enhanced Studios. Yeah, so it's Tetris with music in the background that reacts to you playing the game. It might actually, rekindle my love for Tetris after Ubisoft fucked it up.
Well, it wasn't that hard.
How do you make a game? How do you break Tetris? How?
Sure, many people have done it.
No, they did it on purpose.
And?
Ubisoft it. And fucking... I apologise. That was gimmick infringement. I apologise, Mr. Jim Sterling. I'm very, very sorry. I didn't mean it. Can I be your friend? Anyway. Yeah. That comes out. Townsman and Chimp Party on Tuesday the 13th of November and Friday the 9th of November. We've got an EverQuest expansion on Tuesday, November the 13th. EverQuest 2 Chaos Descending. Fortnite, moving on. Hitman 2 Standard Editions come out on Tuesday, the November the 13th as well. Here we go, Steph. We've found your game.
What is it?
My Riding Stables, Life with Horses.
Why is that my game?
I don't know, I just thought I'd say it.
I wanted pigs, not horses.
Yeah, well, horses
When's Pig Farmer Simulator coming out?
Not this month. But that comes out on Tuesday, November the 13th. Project High Rise Architects Edition also there. Shadow of the Tomb Raider The Forge DLC also on that November the 13th. Along with Spyro Reignited Trilogy. Now that sounds weird me saying that because I bloody expected that game to come out in September before they decided to
Didn't they push it back?
Yeah, they did. Now considering it already went gold though, I'm a bit concerned. But anyway, we'll see what happens. The Sims 4 are still releasing expansion packs and they've got The Sims 4's version of Seasons on that same Tuesday. Then
I thought that was already out.
Seasons. No,
Yeah.
it says it here. Sims 4 Seasons, Tuesday, November the 13th. That's not to be confused with Sims 3 Seasons or Sims 2 Seasons.
Oh, I know that.
But, yeah. Fallout 76 on Wednesday, November the 14th.
Is that the online Fallout they're doing?
That is the co-op
Yes.
Fallout, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind playing that. I've never played any of the other ones.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind
it
playing
does. It does interest me, that one. Trailblazers for the Switch on Thursday, November the 15th. Ooh, a game that I've never heard of. Underworld Ascendant for PC
familiar.
on Thursday, November the 15th. So, yeah, that'll be interesting. Battlefield 5, Friday, November the 16th.
Burn it.
Well, are you sure about that date?
This is according to the video game release list website, which may not always give us worldwide releases. It gives us a release date.
Yeah, because
Friday, November the 16th.
because if you are a subscriber to one of the EA premium
Mhm.
packages, you can get
Yeah.
this game on November the 9th.
Yes. Yeah. The video game release list, which is what we're using for this, is for
Public.
retail releases of games.
Alright.
So this will exclude anything that could end up on PS Plus early, anything that ends up on Origin Access and stuff like that. Just to
Yeah. No, I was trying to make a point that
Clarify.
EA is again shooting themselves in the heel.
yeah. It's how they work, isn't it?
They want
It's-
to become Achilles, we let them do it.
Yeah, they're making fucking. Sorry for the language. They're making
Right.
few releases dates for one game just to get more
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
So if you are a PlayStation 4 owner, you're screwed completely.
Yeah, because if I remember right, EA Access or Origin Access,
It's
Full,
Xbox
I
and
think it's
PC
called now.
only.
the second tier, yeah, Xbox One PC. That's that. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, that's the deluxe edition release there, but it's EA. A turd could come out on a disc and they call it deluxe.
I thought that's what they already do.
No, that's when Anthem comes out.
I'm waiting for that. I want to see that. I actually
Yeah,
want to play
well.
it.
We'll see. I don't hold my hopes up for that. I reckon that'll be the death of BioWare. Prove me wrong, video game industry, though. Please. I actually mean that. Prove me wrong, because I don't want to see BioWare go down, but I expect it to. Anyway, moving on. Civilization 6 comes out for the Switch on Friday, the November the 16th as well. And Nintendo Switch Pikachu and Eevee edition with Pokemon Let's Go Eevee plus Pokeball plus hardware bundles.
There's been a load of thing about that. Is that the next gen of Pokemon?
Yeah, there is a question. Like I say, there was a while back, there was a crossover promotion involving the new mythical Pokemon, Meltron, or whatever it's called, Meltion, something like that. And it is now the first mythical Pokemon that can evolve. They haven't stated what the next Pokemon is, and I have discussed this beforehand with Martin before. It is true. It is the only mythical Pokemon that can evolve. Because he confirmed with me that anyone who claims that Mew and Mewtwo are evolving
they're
Pokemon are
clones.
liars.
They're
Yes.
clones, but then Mew is technically Ditto in the world of Pokemon.
Yeah. Well, it's technically
'Cause-
any Pokemon, isn't it? That's
No,
yeah.
because Mew is the base genes for every Pokemon.
Mm.
So basically, Mew is the very first Pokemon.
Yeah.
Basically, the world was covered in Mews. Then different type of atmospheres happened, and Mews started to adapt to their atmospheres and made grass Pokemon. Well, different types of grass Pokemon, different types of ground, and so on and so on.
Mhm.
That's the evolution of Pokemon.
And that's where that goes. So yeah, with the Nintendo's releasing them bundles along with the games and the accessories, they all come out on Friday, November the 16th. And then we have the Shape-Shifting Detective coming out again for the Xbox One this time, along So that's on November 16th. But then Monday, November the 19th, there is a closed beta of an interesting sounding card game.
What is?
Digital card game. It's Valve's digital card game, Artifact. It's an idea that it's going to be a card game set in the Dota 2 universe, but that shouldn't put people off because it's its own separate game. It's a weird card game idea is that you are playing effectively against your opponent. You're playing 3 games at once, one for each lane that would normally be in a MOBA style map, top, middle, bottom, but it'll be left, middle, right. And the winner of the game is the person who secures 2 out of 3 of the lanes. There's a lot more nuance to it in terms of how the cards play. I don't know too much about it, but that sort of idea intrigues me. So the closed beta for that is on Monday, the 19th of November, and I might give that a shot.
It does sound interesting.
Yeah. Battlefield 5 Basic Edition, Tuesday, November the 20th. Farming Simulator 19, that's about as close as you're going to get to pigs.
Yeah,
But,
interesting.
I think it's more
that-
like
that-
fucking
Pigs
crops.
or nothing.
Yeah. The Switch gets Warframe, Tuesday, November the 20th.
I thought everything already had one.
No, they only announced Warframe for the Switch at the last TennoCon. So, yeah. Switch will now be also part of Digital Extremes is taking over the world with Warframe. But then another game, this has already been played in early access and stuff like that. Wreckfest, the new Demolition Derby style game, comes out on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and then goes gold on PC on November the 20th as well. ATV Drift and Tricks, November the 22nd. Darksiders 3, Tuesday, November the 27th. That just appeared. I knew that there was like an announcement for Darksiders
Isn't
3,
that
but I didn't
with
realise they
Lust
mentioned
or
the
whatever it is?
date. What?
Isn't that going to be with Lust or whatever?
No, that's Fury.
Ah.
She's Fury. They decided not to do... Because they were going off the 4 horsemen, weren't they?
Yeah.
Death, Pestilence... Well, no, sorry. Death, War. And then there was the other 2 that didn't really work. Like Pestilence. But no, so they brought in the female character of Fury. So that's on November the 27th. Artifact then finishes its closed beta, so if we don't get in that, we'll get to play it on Wednesday, November the 28th. Katamari Damacy Reroll. If you want to play a game where you just want to collect stuff in a giant ball to really awesome music and the greatest character in video game history, the king of all cosmos. That comes out on Friday, November the 30th. And then finally, Ride 3. I didn't realise there was a Ride 2. Want to play simulation motorbikes? That's on November the 30th as well. And that's November.
Quite busy schedule, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the Christmas time schedule, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
That's what it is. But yeah, we'll see how that all goes. A couple of those games will probably get picked up. Some of those I might even play. I might even do some content for. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Was anything in that list interesting news?
Nothing interested me in that, but then
I thought you would have gone on the Darksiders train.
I'm not sure about it. I kind of after War and it went on to what
Death.
was the next? Yeah, to Death. I didn't like it as much, and now they've kind of changed it. It's like Death was seeing War's side of it all. From what I know, with this, she's actually hunting out War and Death because they've betrayed them.
Well, no, this all goes on the fact that it was War who accidentally caused everything to happen anyway. Still fits, but yeah, no, I see where you're coming at, but still, we got that. Darius?
To be fair, nothing of interest to me. Literally.
Ouch.
Yeah, well, seriously, yeah, the only game which I could consider is Battlefield, but then Battlefield is EA. I'm not really... Yeah.
Fair enough.
And I've got few games this month already, which I have to play first before I start playing new ones.
Yeah. I know where you're at. Yeah, definitely Tetris Effect for me though.
Oh yes, that sounds interesting. I give you that.
Yeah. does make me have to sort of dig out the wires for the PlayStation 3. I might want to play Child of Eden again, because that was awesome. And I was actually listening to some of the soundtrack for that before we started. But yeah, we are way overrunning. So
We always seem to overrun.
Yeah, I'd hesitate to say if we keep doing this, is it really overrunning, or is it just...
We continue until it's over.
Yeah, well... Anyway,
Well, if there is something important we have to discuss, we have to discuss it.
Yeah.
Regardless of
It's
time frame.
Yeah, it's just how we roll. We just do it. So anyway, yeah, that is the Immaterial Gamers podcast for this week. Thank you very much, Darius and Steph, for
My pleasure, dear.
joining me. Oh well, thank you very much. Lovely.
Whee!
Yeah. So we do
Finally
the
called me lovely. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I can
Yeah.
die happy now.
So yeah, so I'll get this on. We'll get this on the YouTubes, so you can do the likey, sharey, subscribey thing on the channel, and yeah, or what was it I called it when I was recording Resonance of Fate earlier on today? Yeah, there's more of that coming. Yeah, the likey, sharey, subscribery thing with the bell. I think that's the best way of saying it. And yeah, this will also be on iTunes and an RSS feed and everything like that. And until next week, we will see you in the future. Please do have a good one. Don't kill each other. And we'll see you next week.
Until next time.
See you, bye bye.